Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Innovate and Inspire. Today I'm going to bring a very special guest to all of us who's recently been moved as the Chief Data Officer. I'm Nishant Chalasani, the Head of Digital Engineering in India, and I have the pleasure of introducing Thomas Young, who in day 10 of being the Chief Data Officer is here visiting us in Pune. Thomas comes with 19 years of experience, having spent over 13 years with Syngenta, and has had a wonderful career starting in the IT program management space as the head of that area, and then moving on to his latest achievement of being the Chief Data Officer. Welcome, Thomas.
Thank you very much, Nish.
Great. I'm looking forward to this exciting conversation with you, especially given the fact that, it's just the second week and you're already here in Pune. That speaks volumes about what you're looking to do and what your thought process is. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's your thought process? I'm sure a lot of our colleagues here in Pune and globally are interested in understanding that as the CDO, second week in, and you're in a center that probably is going to be a part of that conversation. What are you looking forward to, or what brings you to Pune?
So, first of all, this center very certainly and already plays a massive role in our data.
Right.
So I think this is a critical hub for DNA for what we're doing in data and analytics today. And I'm very confident that the importance will only grow.
Yep.
Right? So I'm here really to listen, to learn, to meet people. I want to meet the team. I want to meet everybody actually more broadly in IT and digital.
Yeah.
But also people across the center and leaders across the centers, experts across the center. And the importance of this team, to me, will grow in future. And that's why this is my very first visit in the new role. And I can't think of a better place to start.
Fantastic. We are happy to hear that. And especially the time you spent, as you said, not only with the data and analytics team, but the other organizational parts as well. Naturally, it forms a larger strategy. In your view, having spent 19 years throughout your career, having held various roles now as the CDO, how does it make you feel?
Actually, big difference I feel, and that's quite amazing, is that this role seems to carry an aura. It's a bit the unexpected. Right? I had fantastic opportunities in my Syngenta career to make a difference to the company and also to our planet more broadly.
For sure.
This time, the announcement alone excites people massively. Right? So I hear a lot of colleagues talking about it's so good to have this role, and it's great to see you in there. So it's a lot of upfront credit, but also a lot of upfront expectations.
Right.
So throughout my career, usually I go into a role and okay, let me see what to make of it. Right? And it's inspiring as an opportunity. This time, I have so many expectations and so much. I shouldn't say hype, but really great energy around it. It's very unique for me as well, and very new. I'll see to live up to it, but so far I'm just energized by actually all the positive emotion I get into this. So very unique so far for me.
Very nice. I'm glad to hear that, especially hearing it from somebody who spent 19 years of career. If you are still excited about stuff, it clearly shows that you're invested in that opportunity, and there's a whole lot of things that you want to do. So I'm very happy to hear that. Then probably just to give a pulse to our listeners and our viewers, what would be the first few priorities in your view as the Chief Data Officer?
I mean, very first, it's literally being here. Right? And being here as a part of listening and learning and understanding more from the overall organization. As you say, I know Syngenta for 19 years now. But it's not been the same Syngenta over those 19 years. And Syngenta Group in itself has such a diversity, of course, that I just need to get the right pulse in more detail before taking any rush decisions of what to do and how to move. Right? So I'll spend a good time just on learning. What I already see as an immediate priority is actually creating more space for our people. So because I think data in absence of a CDO role has been super important to the company, but super important in many pockets.
Yeah.
So everybody has been busy with data. Many teams have been creating value from data.
Yes.
I think now we have an opportunity to elevate topic, and with that also elevate the playground for many of our people. So there is an element of liberating people, but helping also our teams to grow.
Yeah.
And actually doing much more. And I had so many good conversations in my week here, but people actually are saying, like, I would love to bring more direct business value from the work I do. Can you help me find ways how I can tap into this?
Right.
And not be stuck in the engine room, arguably. Right?
Yeah.
So that's a big priority to start now. I don't need to listen more, actually.
Yeah.
And then the third one, actually being a real ruthless focus on value. Right? I want us to drive activity that create value for our business and for our grower customers.
Right.
So let's not do things just because they're beautiful.
Well said. Yeah.
Let's really look at what makes a difference for us as a company, and really focus on this and drive these activities.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the value proposition, reiterating that as part of your conversation and as one of your key priorities is a definite impetus to all of us to continue to bring that as part of any activity we do. Now I'm going to try and get you to think about some of your achievements, and naturally data forms a large part of that. AI is now probably the buzzword with Gen associated to it, but then is there an achievement that you resonate with or that comes to your mind when you speak about data and AI together that you'd like to share?
So I'll probably not stick to one, because that would be so underrepresenting the great work
Sure.
the company has been doing. And I'll not stick to where I've been involved or not, but maybe more why I'm so excited about data and what we can do with data in Syngenta, right? And just a couple of examples, right? To me, this, anyway, is the best place to be in tech.
Yep.
Because we have all the tools and bleeding edge technology, actually, you might not expect from an agro company.
Yeah.
The couple of examples. So we do amazing work with drones on our fields.
Yep.
And computer vision, analyzing images from fields to understand plants better.
Absolutely.
We have a fantastic ability, which is also quite unique in the industry, to track and trace and understand where our products are.
Yes.
I think that's amazing work by our logistics teams, that we can track every single bit of our product, and
Yes.
we know it wherever it is on the planet. Right? So we're such a high-tech company in that regard, and to me it's very amazing. We're using AI, we're using predictive models
Yes.
for chemistry. So we're able to predict chemical reactions, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's also, I think, leading edge, not just in our industry, but in quite many ways also when you compare it with pharma, where we love to collaborate. And in some ways, we're actually also there doing massively leading work through AI and computer models. So, I'm really proud all around. Also, and not least, I think when it comes to our actual business, which is farming.
Yeah.
So having predictions and recommendations for growers, for farmers, how to actually do better work in the field,
Right.
where to plant their seeds, at what rate, and how to do it best, or how to react to certain conditions in the crops. So we're doing all this on the basis of our data already.
Yes.
Could argue my job is done, we're finished. Maybe not quite.
Yeah.
It's an amazing starting point.
Well, absolutely. I completely echo your thoughts when you say that this is just the beginning. There's a whole lot of things that we could do, with the power of the data. And that brings me to my next question then. With the evolution that you anticipate and the power that data has, how do you see that journey contributing further into Syngenta? Naturally, we spoke about quite a few of successes with technology being involved in that. But then there's a whole lot of opportunity still lying ahead of us.
Yeah.
So what would you say would be the key contributions that data can bring to Syngenta even more?
So I would actually take it beyond even the word of contribution. Right? You may have heard me say, and actually heard our CEO say, data is the new tractor.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel actually the core and DNA of our company is towards becoming a data company. Right? For sure, we'll continue to produce non-digital products, but we'll do that based on the data that we have.
Yep.
So our data assets, our skills with artificial intelligence will inform actually the best way to create products and to bring products to where they matter. So to me, actually, this is actually the beginning.
Right.
of an era of being a data-driven company. So far, we've used data in many good ways.
Yes.
To me, this is the transition from using to actually being founded on data on everything we do.
Yep.
That to me is like a very exciting proposition also of why we want to have this role now for the company.
Right.
To really indicate that shift.
Fantastic. Great to hear about the shift that we are already not only just envisioning but starting to put it into practice as well. But I'm sure with this thought process also will bring some sort of challenges or some sort of obstacles that we may have to overcome. In your view, what do you see as the biggest challenge that probably will come our way, and how do you propose to work with it?
The single biggest, it's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah.
Where I see a challenge for us is scaling the massive amount of great work that we're doing.
Sure.
So we have hundreds of smart people doing great stuff with our data, and they need to keep experimenting. They need to keep doing that. Everybody keeps doing that alone. How do we make the biggest impact on our planet?
Sure.
It's very hard. How do we bring that together? Keeping the liberty for everybody to play and to do the right thing for their space, but doing that at scale at some point. Right? Doing that at scale in terms of the models we create based on our data, for example, but also, and it's the other side of the challenge, how do we ensure the quality of the data that goes into that?
Sure.
Again, we're such a large company creating so much data every day. Not all of this data is in perfect shape to be used by artificial intelligence, machine learning models. So how do we further drive that quality of the data that we have, and with that the usability of data? To me are two big dimensions where we need all hands on deck.
Yep.
I mean, there won't be a tool to fix it. This is our people
of course,
to work with the organization.
For sure. I think that's very enriching hearing it from you, Thomas. I think let's use the next couple of minutes to do a quick rapid fire to move away from Thomas, the Chief Data Officer, to Thomas as an individual, and hear from you. What are the first thoughts that come to you as I put some questions to you? Let's keep it snappy so that we get the first response and not a thought-through response, yeah? So, here we go. Your favorite book then?
Thinking Fast and Slow.
Okay. The latest technology that has surprised you?
Surprised, actually, as boring as the answer is, it's ChatGPT. And the massive quick rise,
right,
and impact and hype it created.
Yeah, for sure. It went right up.
Yeah.
An innovation that you've always wanted to pursue?
The magic button, which everybody believes, like I press this button and artificial intelligence will solve this problem for me.
Right.
So this is more than AGI actually.
Yeah.
This is the thing that solves problems that a human cannot solve.
Sure.
Right? So many people believe that almost exists. I don't think it does yet.
Yeah.
We have some work to do. Like, give me that and I'll be the happiest person.
Yeah, I'm sure all of us would want that magic button in one way or form. I know you have a liking for Indian food, and there's a whole lot of things that you've tried. Is there one dish that you tried for the first time now and you liked it in this visit?
There are, I'm afraid I can't spell out or pronounce many of those special dishes.
Yeah.
What I want to spell out is that I love cooking dals at home.
Okay.
But only because I would argue that's probably a beginner's food for a beginner's cook.
Yeah.
So it can't go so wrong.
Yeah.
I'd love to learn more actually, and more complicated dishes with also more complicated names.
Yeah.
So dal I can handle.
Sure, no problem. Probably we get you a recipe book during the next visit. What's one word that best describes your current visit to Pune?
Mind-blowing.
Happy to hear that. And then finally, the last rapid fire question for you. When do we expect you next in Pune?
Sooner than you wish for. I hope you want me back soon.
Of course.
So I hope I can come in winter when there's also good weather outside.
Yeah.
This week I'm spending only in the center with great people.
Yeah.
So I'd love to be back and also spend some time with the team outside. So next time, as soon as your weather is good, let's make sure that happens.
Absolutely. We'll look forward to that. And then on that note, Thomas, what would be one message that you'd like to give to all your colleagues and teammates in the Pune Center?
It's lean into our business. Right? I think we are a fantastic IT hub here and finance hub in the Pune Center. we're now actually enriching the center with many more colleagues that are directly in the regional business teams and P&S business teams. And we have an ambition to change our business and enrich our business, creating value through data. Mm-hmm. We can only do this when we know what we're talking about, right? Yeah. And we know what we're talking about tech-wise, so we also need to understand very well why we're doing it. Yep. And how we can contribute, right? So I think for everybody, wherever you are, just be curious, learn about our business, try to make a difference, and also question, is what I'm doing really contributing to our business, and how could it add more? How can I create more value? And just this curiosity, I think, will take the team very far.
Sure, thank you. Key messages, I think, for anybody in any part of the organization, not only within Syngenta or outside as well, to know what it means to be curious and what does value mean when you're contributing to something. Thank you very much, Thomas, for having spent this time with us, giving us this opportunity to hear from you. That's us completing this episode of Innovate and Inspire. Stay tuned, do subscribe and like, and continue to engage with us as we bring you more stories, more leaders who speak about what does it mean to be in Syngenta and how you can learn from us. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Thank you.